Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Lewis. This is Man Bites Film. This is the special edition week in which we're going to actually be reviewing TV shows. Today's episode, we're going to be reviewing Orange is the New Black and Happy New Year's Eve. Alright, Orange is the New Black is a new Netflix original TV show, and this is actually written mostly by Kenji Kohan. I'm butchering names again. I'm sorry. It's really bad with names. All right. She actually wrote before Weeds, and she did a couple random episodes here and there of different TV shows, including Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What else was it? A couple other random shows. Nothing really. Gilmore Girls as well. I mean, a bunch of famous shows, but Weeds was probably her biggest stretch where she wrote almost every episode, and this show as well. This show was something completely out of left field for me. I was very hesitant about watching it because it just looked like a really bad chick flick show, and I was kind of like, it looks like crap. Watched the first episode probably about, I think when it came out the first time. I watched the first episode and I was like, this is kind of shitty. I watched it with the wife, of course. Shitty episode. Why the hell am I gonna watch white trash show? Really don't want to watch that. It's like watching the Trailer Park Boys or whatever the fuck the show is called. It was just really bad, and I was like, didn't give it a chance. Then I heard from multiple people that I actually respect their opinion on TV shows and movies, and they're telling me that it was a really good show, and I was like, I don't think we're talking about the same show, but okay. They told me, yeah, that's the same show. I'm like, that TV show looked like shit. What are you talking about? And my wife and I decided to give it another shot earlier this year, and they said, watch the first 3-4 episodes, you'll really enjoy it. All right, gave it a shot. Watch the first 3 episodes. The 4th episode, that's where it kicks you. That's where you start loving these characters. The first episode, you get that whiny little bitch boyfriend of hers, husband, whatever the hell. I can't stand that guy. From American Pie, from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, I really can't stand that guy. I want to punch him every time I see him. He just seems like a freaking complete loser. I mean, I think he was even in a movie called Loser, so that tells you everything. I hate that guy. All right. The TV show does not revolve around him at all, so don't expect that. The cast in this show is phenomenal. Okay, this is an all-star cast. These women that are in this show are definitely gonna go on to do a lot more amazing things. The storyline, the story arc for each of the characters is so good. I mean, I liked Weeds, and it had a decent story. It was just, there was something missing from it. The characters were freaking awesome. I love the characters. It reminded me of Arrested Development mostly, and I really liked it. Except with a very strong female character, which is very rare in TV shows nowadays, that has a strong, intelligent female character. Because a lot of times they have, a strong female character, but they're kind of stupid and very retarded and not realistic. So this show takes all those cliches and throws it out the door, yet it uses the cliches and the realistic approach on how women actually are. I mean, I had a lot of women friends growing up, and obviously my wife, my daughter. I mean, come on, I think I have a fair opinion about women and a fair perspective on different kinds of women. And this show actually does a good job representing women. Obviously a trashier side of women, but still women in general and their personality types. It has a very good arc on that. And each character is presented throughout the season, the background stories and all that stuff. It's all takes place in a prison, obviously, but it really does a phenomenal job presenting the story in such a way so you actually care for these really bad women. I mean, technically, they're really bad women. They did a lot of bad shit, a lot of them. But you kind of give it to them, like, all right, whatever. It doesn't matter. They're doing great now, so fuck it, you know. The Hispanics, you got the blacks, then you got the whites, the real hicks, the real ghetto licious chicks, and then you got the what do you call it, the really chongalicious Latinas that are like, they kind of go outside of the mold of each of the cliches of each of the different minorities. I really like that perspective. I think my favorite characters are Red, of course. Love Red. That is by far my favorite character. And Crazy Eyes in the second and third season, it really grows on you. In the first season, I could not stand her. And I couldn't stand her. But the second and third season, she does a phenomenal turnaround as a character and does a great role in there. So this one was actually, IMDb gave it an 8.4 and Rotten Tomato gave it a 95. I think that's being a little too generous. I'd give it about a 7 out of 10. It is a phenomenal show, but it's not as great as the other shows that I mentioned earlier this week. I think that this is a great show, and it is in the top 5 shows I've seen in the last 5 years, basically. So it is a good show, but not as good as the other shows that I've seen. And this is a good show to watch with the wife, girlfriend, whatever, significant other that's a female. It kind of transcends between guys and girls. You could watch it and not have the girlfriend or the wife on the phone constantly and just bored out of her mind. It's not an action thriller, but at the same time, it keeps guys' attentions because it's kind of funny, kind of quirky. I hate that word, but yeah, it is kind of quirky. Just really good characters. That's pretty much everything about this show is the characters. That's the whole basis of the show. It revolves around one central character, which I can't stand for the life of me, but she gets in jail because of some white-collar crime, and it was something that she had done with her lesbian girlfriend back in the day, which is Donna from that 70s show. And their story arc is kind of stupid in my opinion. I didn't like it at all. She's a throwaway character in my opinion, and she's a bad actress. She reminds me of Kristen Stewart a lot, and I can't stand that chick. I really can't stand Kristen Stewart, from Twilight to whatever the movies she was in, that it was like some teenage movie. I couldn't stand her. But this show is a lot more than her. The other characters are the ones that you fall in love with. The chongas, I love the chongas. They're freaking hilarious. They're a trip. If you're Hispanic, you get such a trip out of these little chongalicious chicks. And then Red, I love her. She does like this Godfather type of thing in the jail. It's just really cool. Again, it's a Netflix original, so obviously it's streaming on Netflix. The 3 seasons. Next season is actually coming out in June, according to what I was reading. I don't know how true that is. I haven't confirmed that, but it looks like in June we'll have the new season, the 4th season of this show. So check it out, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a happy New Year's, and please be safe. Don't drive out there if you don't need to, and sleep in tomorrow morning. We'll see you guys with the new year with the last episode, and this will be the first episode of Man Bites Film in the new year. See you guys.